How's it going, everyone? Welcome to this episode. I definitely wanted to give a thanks to everyone who's checked out the rant I did for Cobra Commander, Once Was a Man figure that Hasbro put on their site, botched completely, but people have been able to get it. Not a whole lot. There's still people complaining about it, but, you know, I haven't been able to get a second one for my father, but it's okay. I know that eventually I'll come across it, whether it be through the toy groups we're in or my buddy Rob at his shop may get one. Who knows? We'll find out later on. You know, I'm still waiting for mine to come in or ship. But guys, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I am very much appreciated. We're so close to freaking 26K. It's going to be awesome. But just to give you a little introduction who I am. So I have been doing YouTube for almost 4 years. I think in February it'll be my 4th year. I do a weekly podcast. I put this out on Saturday. It is an amalgam of my dad, me, my buddy David, and Colin, as well as some of my friends and family, as well as people within the YouTube community. We talk about anything from video games, rants on what's going on in Star Wars and how, like, you know, that used to be our passion. But it's also everything from a dad's perspective. Most of us that usually get on here are dads. Some of us aren't. Or they could be cat dads, dog dads, whatever. But we definitely have a fun time. We bring a perspective that I feel is much needed in this community. We do come hard. We do rant. But we do show our love. You know, we've been collecting and reading and playing video games for 40 plus years or more. You know, especially with my dad and my Uncle Colin. But we do appreciate anyone who checks out our stuff and leaves comments. And I hope that we can continue to bring great entertainment to you guys and gals. But, so, other thing is, I usually do a Thursday stream. I didn't get to do one yesterday. Well, today when I'm recording this. But I've been taking on another responsibility of doing some editing for a friend that's trying to work on a new channel for himself. So that's going to be some fun. Late nights trying to get stuff done for him since I have a little bit of insight that hopefully I can get his channel to grow. But I still want to make these daily little dives into the feelings of what I enjoy. What out there may strike my fancy or enrage me just because the fact that we should be better. But yeah, guys, it's been great reading your comments on that video. And, you know, you can definitely tell there may be a few people that have commented that maybe work for Hasbro or maybe scalpers. Hey, you guys do you. Look, it's okay to have a different opinion. None of that's going to be frowned here. You know, yeah, you could be asses. It's fine. I can be an ass just back, but it's all fun. You know, there's no harm. And anything you say is welcome. And thanks for checking out the video. But it seems across the board, you know, there are hit and miss people that have not been able to get the figure. They're completely out of the line because, you know, they keep missing out on these exclusive figures. And technically, they shouldn't be exclusive. Variants should be exclusive, but mainline characters, I completely agree, should be part of the releases. Especially considering the fact that, like, Serpentor and the Chariot was released together back in the day, and it should have been this time, and it was, but it was exclusive to a convention. Yeah, we're going to get a retro card back. Yes, that's fine. But you still dangle something that should have been available for other people. But you know what? Hey, I got it. You guys have been, so many people have been telling me it's exclusive. Well, no shit. I understand it's exclusive. But if you're going to make it available outside the convention, make it available outside the convention. Don't make it difficult to sell the product to people who want it. If it's happens to be, you know, it sells out, that sells out, you know, but don't go and make it 5 per person. That doesn't benefit anybody. I mean, that really only benefits the scalpers. And look, you guys do your thing. I understand that's how you make money. Whatever. I completely get it. And I'm also part of groups where we buy a couple of them and then we disperse it among the groups at retail so they can get it. But, you know, communities are different. So for me, I love the discussion. I think it needs to be discussed. I think we need to be vocal as a community for the things we love and we collect. Um, yeah, I mean, if it wasn't made, we wouldn't be complaining about it, but we'd be making videos about wishing we could have these things. But it's cool that we're getting to see things that we never expected to be able to have. I am a big Macross fan. Grew up watching Robotech, Macross Plus, and I've been wanting to see the rest of the series that I haven't been able to watch here in the States. And we're going to get that, especially with Disney Plus getting the rights to release the entire Macross stuff, across the world and U.S. Right now it's in Canada. I'm waiting for it to hit here so I can watch Macross 7 and Delta, because I've already watched Frontier and Plus and, all this great stuff and the movies. But, we've been getting some figures finally that are actually produced here. They're produced out, produced in Japan that are manufactured, and shipped here or whatever. But it's really nice, being able to have the YF-19 from Macross Plus or the VF-29 Durandal, I think it is, from Frontier, is really nice. It's really cool to be able to have these toys that I never thought I would have the chance to own, that are within a price point that works for me. Yes, I understand. $250 to $400 is a bit much, but it's better than paying $6 to $7 and then having it shipped here. So it's really nice. I don't know. I'm kind of going back into my rambling on anyway, but I collect a little bit of everything. Things that resonate me with how I was when I was a child, that help usher in that nostalgia high that we're all longing for. That thing that, like, yes, we're all going through something right now. There's stuff in the world, political things. Maybe you're struggling. Maybe you have a rocky relationship with your family or your wife or spouse or whatever, and you need that nostalgia to help offset the other stress in life. Man, I can't talk. I'm having a hard time. So I apologize. It is late, I'm tired, but I needed to get a video out, so bear with me. This is going to be bare bones and raw. But with all this going on, collecting toys is a fun hobby, but it can be stressful. It can be scary at times because you may overspend and not have enough money to pay your lights or your internet or bills, whatever's going on. You may not even have the space. You just may overcollect, or maybe you can't find that figure you're looking for. And that's one of the things that we strive for in the communities, to help one another. Yeah, we can maybe make a little extra money on the side. Maybe we can make money to fuel our collection so it doesn't actually come out of the money we work for to live on, and you could use that money to go on vacations and everything. But we're all in this together, and it's great to discuss this stuff. I miss having the conversations that I would have with my friends and meeting people and just having a t-shirt on or discussing something that just instantly clicks with somebody, and you're like, dude, really? You like this too? And you can have this really awesome conversation that you didn't have before. And that's what I love about YouTube. I love about social media. Of course, as I say, and it has been said by other people, the closer we are, the more far apart we are, because all the information, we're flooded with all this stuff that's going on. And sometimes it can be depressing. It can really affect you. And the toy hobby, video games, escapism, that stuff is really good and it helps a lot. It even helps more when you have that time to, kind of discuss what you enjoy. And not feel alienated like we used to be back in the day. Oh, you played with toys and video games? Who are you? And of course you may get swirlies or whatever. I never had that problem. I tried to be, as much as I could, the cool kid. I successfully did. I held my own. But it was cool getting to have like kids come up to me, even like jocks and whatever, like, hey, I'm playing this game and I know you're this expert game player and all this other stuff. Can you help me out? And it was a good way to make some side money. But I really have enjoyed this hobby. It's something that I love very much because I had the chance of having a unique childhood where my dad being 18 when he had me and getting to go to movies and hanging out at video game stores and comic book shops, going on the hunts for figures, going to flea markets and Toys R Us and all this other stuff. And it just really like, I didn't have to worry about a lot of nonsense. I mean, yeah, I had stress in life. I still have stress now, but the joy of collecting, the joy of looking at stuff that just resonates with you because of the fact that it's something that maybe you had a connection with a parent or a loved one or a friend, and they may not even be here anymore. There's things in my collection that I keep because it was something my grandmother gave me or a friend, or it's the only thing that like I have left of a memory besides some pictures of that person. And it's definitely something I want to dive deeper into for another video, but I'd love to know what you guys collect. Where's your passion? Do you play video games? Do you collect toys, read comics? Do you watch movies? Are you a film buff? Man, like me and my buddy Ryan, we just sit there and just talk about like movies and like directors and go and deep dive on actors. And so there's a wide range of things that I enjoy and I'm passionate about. And I definitely need to make sure that I'm showing that. Because that's the thing. You can get hype when somebody else is hyped, especially when they're talking about something that you're cool with. You guys may not be cool with this. Maybe you do other things. Collecting doesn't have to be for toys. You can collect card games, Coke memorabilia, McDonald's stuff. And yeah, it's the sky's the limit of things that you can do. So you do you. Don't be afraid to be who you are and what you enjoy. There's no reason to like, yeah, we can bicker back and forth. I like me and my friends, we rib each other all the time. And it's like what my dad always used to say, and he still says too, if I don't make fun of you or mess with you, it means I don't like you. So, and it's one of those things too. You have people that, girls would be, they'd pick on you or whatever, but it was the only way they knew how to show affection because of how they liked you. Because sometimes we're unique creatures and we don't understand the perspective of others or how to do something until we progress into it, and happen to work on your skills. But that's another reason why I started to do this. And I've said this before, but for all the new folks that are coming in, I started doing this as a way to journal my life and the things that happened in it, as well as keep a archive for my son, just in case anything happens to me. And as long as the internet's up and this is stored on YouTube or whatever, he would have a backlog of my voice, who I am, understanding my passions more than I'm already doing. And then even the fact that like some people lose their family members pretty young and stuff. And, sometimes they want to be able to have that voice to hear it, because that's one of the things you lose is their voice. You lose certain things. And then like, you may have the smell of like just being in their house and things like that. I miss a lot of my family members that I wish I could hear their voice again. There's some videos I do have of them, so that helps, but a lot of them I don't. And I just have their memory. And of course, maybe their kids, like my uncle, when he passed, I have my cousins and stuff, and, I can see him in them. It's just this path and journey, the path and journey of life, and, how we all navigate through it. May not be the same as anybody else, but there are similarities, and it's okay to have differences, and it's okay to rant. If you're passionate about something, be passionate about it. Rant about it. because deep down we love this stuff. You know, like I made that video, and I love Hasbro. I've been a fan of Hasbro like since my birth. And like I love G.I. Joe. I love Transformers. I mean, I love Spider-Man and Star Wars. And to see these brands that I enjoy that are just being ruined because there's a lack of care for, because of the fact that they want to make money, or there is a perspective that is being pushed, or an agenda that doesn't align with anything that, you know, what's great about a sandbox is everybody can play in it and do what they want to do and not manipulate the sandbox in a way that makes it unfun for others. We enjoyed this stuff, and it was welcoming to any race, any creed, any religion, or whatever. You know, it's through these stories that they retell parables and stories in the Bible that, you know, we may not know if we're, depending on whatever your religion is. Storytelling is great. It's one of the things that like keeps us going. And, you know, of course, there's the other aspect of it, because we do want human connection, and we can be more distant. So it allows us to be able to find a connection in somebody that maybe they don't have friends that they can do that with. But I am going to rant on this channel. I do rant on the podcast. My dad rants on the podcast. We all rant on the podcast. David has some epic rants on the podcast about whatever. You know, and we do it because we care. And it's part of the nerd culture. There's nothing wrong with that. Be who you are. Enjoy what you enjoy. Don't let anybody change how you feel. And, you know, whatever. But like everything behind me has something to do with my past and what I enjoy. And I'm not ashamed of it. I work hard. I support my family. I live in my own home. You know, I don't, you know, what else am I supposed to do? You know, I support my community as much as I can. I work hard at my job, and, you know, that's why I have a kind of a service type job. I support people through IT means, you know, and that's what helps fuel my life and my collection. And, you know, and I get to enjoy things with my children, well, my son and our animal children. We'd love to have a second child, but that's all right. But I get to see my niece and nephew. I get to do all these cool things that I enjoy. You know, get to go to these toy meetups and stuff that are happening periodically at my buddy Rob's shop. And I may not be as active as I should be in some of the communities, you know, just because time permitting. And that's one of the things too, is it's sometimes hard to do everything on here that you need to do, especially, you know, when you're just trying to support your friends. You be there when you can, but, you know, life gets in the way sometimes, and it's really hard to manage that when, you know, your job could be really demanding, or things inside your life that can make it really hard to be around or do what you can. But that's all you can do, is just do what you can. I mean, don't ever feel bad that you can't make it through or whatever, but, you know, show the love, be passionate, and, you know, we'll be that same to anyone. But I think I'm rambling on a lot. What do I collect? As you can see, there's a wide range of stuff, you know, some video games over here, and you got Turtle Pop, Michelangelo Pop, and Dr. Mario Amiibo, and let's orientate my arm here. Hot Rod. You got a classified figure here. You got, I believe that one's Donnie for the NECA Mirage Turtles. You know, of course, up here you got Mandalorian, another Amiibo figure. You got John Nada. Well, yeah, Nada from They Live, of course, with that video I did. Anyway, two different versions of David Lopan, one that glows in the dark for the Pops. But then, you know, of course, you got one of the three Storms over here. There's the Bronco from the Lego or not Bronco, whatever it is, that the vehicle from Stranger Things, Pac-Man, Final Fantasy art book, Zelda, The Thing, which is one of my favorite movies. It's the Super Nintendo games and stuff. And of course, all this stuff over here, Spider-Man. I've had other figures up here. I've rearranged my background a lot. But I love this stuff. It's does consume my life, but it keeps me out of trouble. It really does. It really keeps me from, doing drugs or being stupid with my life and ruining my marriage or whatever. I'd rather play with toys and play video games with my friends than, temporary pleasures that aren't fun. I mean, they may be for some. Hey, I'm not going to knock you. Do you. But no, I just wanted to kind of make this video and get my thoughts out there and give you guys a thanks. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for all the new people that have come through and commented on the video. I hope you guys check out the content. I really do appreciate it if you would. And, I do enough that everyone can enjoy. We may not have the same opinions, but it does hopefully give you a different perspective of the walk of life I come from, or the people that are guests on my show that do the same thing. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I got. I look forward to seeing what you guys say, and then I will, see you next episode. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, enjoy anything I do, please give it a like, leave a comment. I really much appreciate it. All the comments I got on that video, and I will definitely do my best to comment on every comment that comes through. Things to note for this coming weekend. Saturday will be episode 96. We are discussing practical effects within 80s and 90s movies, or 80s and 90s movies with practical versus digital effects. And that is going to have myself, my dad, Retro Ryan, Zombie JLC1, and Wubs, whose channel also is the... Oh, come on. His channel is My Top 5. I'm sorry, Wubs. But give it a check out. It'll be 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be doing, it'll be set as a premiere, so we'll be in the chat. You can ask us questions, cut up and make jokes and stuff like that. We all do that all the time in there. And then Sunday, I'm supposed to have a race with my buddy Great White North for the competition that Thumb Brothers put together for Legend of Zelda. We're doing a Master Quest run. I'm sorry, Master Quest. It's okay. I'm leaving this in. We're doing a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past Master Sword run. So that is basically us completing the first 3 dungeons, getting the 3 pendants, and then grabbing the Master Sword. I need to practice a little bit on that tomorrow. But yeah, it'll be fun. Come watch. I will have a link everything up in either the comments or whatever. But yeah, stay tuned for that. And then I'm going to try to keep just putting videos out for you guys. If you have topics that you want me to talk about or topics for the podcast, please put it in the description. We love getting things to talk about. We have 2 episodes we're going to be recording this Friday and Monday, one being episode 97. So we're probably going to be talking about X-Men 97 and the Deadpool Wolverine movie. And then 98, we will be giving our review of Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3. Stay tuned because we're at 98. I'm working on 99, and then 100 will be our big live episode. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but I know we're going to be doing some kind of giveaway because it's been a long time coming to finally get to 100 episodes on a podcast. This has been something I've been working towards. I enjoy podcasting, and yeah, I can't wait. So please look forward to that. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great one. Have a great weekend. I know it's Friday when this goes up, and yeah, enjoy it. Go find some toys. Stay cool. It's hot out there, and peace out, everyone.